What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hannah, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
I'm a little upset they stole our sunshine overnight, man. It's crazy. It always works that way, man. I usually trade at night. No problem. Stay up, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Last night, nope. First time I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get some rest. I think it's a good idea that I get some rest. We probably got the cleanest chart that we've seen in ages last night. That 25,000 breakdown. Perfect retests. Hey, so criminal, man. And then gold yesterday, or this morning. This is the same trade we took the other day. And got stopped out on. It's a 100-point move this morning on gold from... in a matter of 2 hours. Jeez, oh flip. But let's get it, y'all. Happy Friday. You guys know the vibes, man. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. I'm gonna go over the future side of things, a couple individual names, and then I'll let Hannah go ahead and take over it and see what she's watching today. Pretty much probably the same thing, close to it. Economic data, we did have PPI and retail sales, or we should have. Let me see. I don't see any numbers yet. Well, my computer's not even working, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Don't know what the fuck is going on here. Anyway, let's get it. Like, oh my god, I didn't even look at this SPY chart this morning, but we are cooked indeed. We are cooked indeed. Why is the chart so small? Should be big. Is it big now? I made it bigger. Can everybody see? Before we get going here, I want to make sure everybody's good to go. Everybody good? Good, 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 good. I know there's a delay on YouTube, so I'll give you guys a second. Yeah, we should be good. I don't know if it's a big screen or not. Just let me know.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good? Okay, cool. So here we are. This is trouble, right? I don't care who says what when they say it. This is big trouble, okay? We have all-time highs. We had that previous high or low here. And what just happened yesterday? We popped back into that support, turned resistance, and we failed. On top of that, right, we just broke that daily low. So I'm not a genie or anything, but when you have a lower high and a lower low, that usually indicates a reversal. All right, so this daily chart is in fact reversing, right? We broke the uptrend, just broke that previous week's low, right? We just took out that previous week's low after rejecting that structure. We're in trouble, right? This is the first red month in 8 months. We're in trouble, right? We're in big trouble. Okay, there's no other way to put it, right? We just rejected this massive supply yesterday, got that lower high. We traded this yesterday, which was the big break of that structure here. That was a beautiful trade. Caught over 200 points on that yesterday. My only regret is not swinging overnight. That's my only regret. But we still look amazing, right? We still look absolutely flipping amazing. So what can we do today, right? That's the big question, right? We got the supply rejection, got the lower high, break of structure, lower high, break of structure. Next level is 24,425, right? There's nothing from here to here. So today's session, it is kind of going to be tricky, right? The reason it's going to be tricky is because, you know, look where we're at, right? We're opening essentially down at the bottom of this demand. I mean, right now we're breaking it, yes. But the real value was yesterday, right? That was the real value. You know, I talk about this all the time. Those big structure breaks when the context is there. That is where the value was yesterday, right? This 25,500, which is the trade that we executed on, right? That was the big value trade. Today, I'm not going to say there's not any value, but I'm going to say that we're in a shitty position, right? Because we're opening down into this demand, right? Like we're approaching essentially the last line of defense, which is 24,000, which is about another 700 point move. So you probably would say, hey, we got a lot lower to go. And I would say you're not wrong, but it's going to be hard to trade that after a 1,000 point move in literally 16 hours, right? So we're down another 4% from yesterday's high in a matter of 24 hours if you're counting everything. From all-time highs, we're down about 6%. Correction territory is down here at 23,800, right? That's my ultimate target, is that structure. But okay, we're getting too far off track here. What can we do today? Number one, right? Like I said, 24,700. This is kind of my main watch off the open. If we can build below this and get a nice little downtrend going as we have all morning, then I like this short, right? Back down to 24,400 area. Now, if we just say, for example, off the open, do something crazy, right? Let's say we reclaim and hold. That's trouble. Okay, that does bring that squeeze risk in. So my big decision making level today is going to be that 24,700 and then 25,000 ultimately, right? If we're below 25,000, I'm comfortable shorting the pop, but that's after obviously we get some relief. So below 24,700, 24,400, ultimate target is that 24,000 for lower. But it's going to be a tricky open because of the chart structure, but it does look good. It does look very good. So, yeah, I mean, as of right now, we're technically breaking, right? If you want to be very technical here, if we close weak below 24,700, that's your short opportunity right now. You just use a stop above this high. But, yeah, I mean, we've a lot of movement here, right, from yesterday's session. A lot of movement. ES is a different little chart here, right? We rejected that previous week's high. If you notice on NQ, we broke that previous week's low. But ES, we did not. So there's a little discrepancy here, a little anomaly here. Big demand, still 65.70. So my game plan today is kind of use that to our advantage, right? The best setup was yesterday, right? I talked all day about that 68.50, that breaker structure, that breakdown. That was the best setup. The next best setup is going to be based off this 66.55 or this previous structure here at about 67.40. So today I want to watch this 66.55 for either one, a break, reclaim, and hold for longs, or two, we pop back into supply for a short. And then the obvious setup being, hey, if we get below this low, that's where we're really going to trade lower, right? We're getting into the territory where we're going to start to see those continuous gap downs, and that's how you know the fun is really beginning, right? Example, RTY. This is a massive daily structure break. This is where you swing, right? When you have a chart like this, weekly failure to go higher, weekly strong closure below that massive structure, this is where swings come into play, right? This is where you short everything, right? On a chart like this. So my top watch here would be that 2380. If we're below it, like I said, short everything. That's simple. YM, identical chart. Massive daily failure to go higher. All of these charts are the same, right? Weak, 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 and weak. We have the whole market on the page. We also have gold pulling back as well, which this is the opportunity today, right? Right now, this is gold's last line of defense, right? This is the line in the sand. This is where gold has one opportunity to hold here. Because if we don't hold here, we're going to go back down to these lows, right? And if you notice, we just rejected that massive supply. Gold is also making an absolutely massive move. We're down about 160 points, 4% since last night's session. It's huge, right? And I say that to say this. The ATR is very wide, whether you're trading NQ, ES, RTY, YM, gold, whatever the case may be, right? Gold, ATR is 12. So that means on any given 5-minute candle, you can make or lose 1,000. NQ, sitting at 35 pre-market. So market open, this would be about 60, 65. Very, very volatile. These are what I call value conditions. The value is there, but you have to prioritize keeping risk in check because a lot of people carry the same size from, less volatile conditions into these more volatile conditions, and they're not prepared for the loss that comes with that bigger ATR, right? So with that being said, make sure you guys are sizing light. Q's SPY. I know Hannah's going to cover this, but I'm going to talk about one thing. SPY 661, 675. Okay, that's all we need to know here. Q's, this is the level right here, right now. 598.50. If we lose it, good night. right? That's the bottom line, right? We are now officially breaking this uptrend. We're now breaking that previous daily low, previous week's low, previous month's low. This is where shit happens, right? When we start to see no relief and just gap down, this is where shit gets real. Okay, so make sure you guys are keeping an eye on that level today. Tesla, dead, right? I said this yesterday, below that 415, it's dead, right? Tesla next level, down here 350. So, in my opinion, never mind. We're pretty much already there. Tesla, below 400, short everything, right? Pop back into 400, short it, below 380, short it. That's simple. Nvidia, as you can see, we're approaching this big demand here. This is the last line of defense, 176. Okay, Nvidia gets below 176. That's where the big downside will come into play. Apple failing this massive supply here, 272. That's huge. AMD starting to roll over as well. If you notice, every single name here is weak, right? Amazon, talked about this yesterday, 239. As long as we're below 239 on Amazon, I do think that we'll fill this whole earnings move. So this today is, again, top short watch, right? There's not many names today that look good long, and that's when you know that the market is really, 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 really weak. Meta, for example, just broke 600. We have new daily lows on Meta. Meta is now officially down 25% from all-time highs. Meta's getting to the point where it's almost a damn near good long-term buy, right? We're approaching this long-term trend line, but I hope you guys are seeing a theme here, right? Market is cooked, right? A lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're gonna bounce." This is not where bounces happen, right? This is where we start to see those continuous gaps down. That whole gap that we had from yesterday was invalidated. We're opening below it, creating a new gap. My famous line is, we know we're in a correction when we start to see those continuous gap downs. What are we seeing? Gap down, today, gap down. We know what time it is, right? So don't be the know-it-all off the open and say, hey, well, we're down X amount, I'm going to go long here, right? You're just going to get washed, right? In order to go long in these type of conditions, you need the most confirmation possible, which is that obvious intraday reversal off of a big macro demand, right? Like I said, this level here is worthy of a long position if that strict criteria is met, being, hey, break, reclaim, hold, long. Outside of that, don't sit there and fight the trend. You know what I mean? This is a full-blown downtrend on hourly. We have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, break of structure, lower high, break of structure. This is a downtrend, right? Whoever doesn't want to admit it to you, I will. It's a downtrend, right? Overall structure may be bullish, but of course, you always see those reversals on lower time frames before you do higher time frames. So with that being said, just be careful today, guys. That's what I'm watching. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Hannah here. And we'll get this thing cracking lacking. Let me see. You should be good to share. There you go. And then after Hannah covers her watch, I'll go over some tickers with you guys.
All right, should be good to go. Okay. I know there's a delay on YouTube, but everybody should be able to see. All right, so pretty much the same thing that Fel said. I'm watching the 661 on SPY. This is it. This is like, what is that? Last Friday's lows here. I think, we have another, like 45 minutes. If we open into this, I do want to be cautious in case we get some sort of reaction. But at this point, there's no reason to be looking for those major long areas. Like at that point, I'll just be looking for a pop. This is pretty wide though, and this intraday move. I'm gonna try to see even from yesterday's highs. Yeah, 668 is still the level. I just want to see how we react to the 661. If we flush it, if the market is just that weak, we don't respect that. I mean, I don't have anything. I got like a 657, 658 from back in October. But really it's just a free fall at this point. It's another one of those like short the pot kind of days. Until we can start to reclaim any of these structure points, there's no reason to be assuming, oh, okay, reversal, reversal, reversal. So yeah, it's literally, I'm just looking for a pop. The only level, like I said, that I have is that 661 on SPY. Q, same scenario. Well, we're breaking it now. This 599, 598.50 right here. We're breaking it pre-market. I don't have there's no level here. I mean, maybe what Friday, October 17th, you have a 596 intraday here, but the main structure point on the hourly is 590. There's nothing. So don't try to catch a falling knife on this. And I don't the pop is so wide here. Like we've made such a big move yesterday and then overnight such a big move. So I don't see us, coming back and, oh, retest this 610 up here. I mean, if that were to happen, that'd be ideal for me. But yeah, like I said, don't try to catch a falling knife on this right off the open. Like Bell said, don't be one of those people saying, oh, well, we've already gone down so much. We need some sort of relief here. I'm going to try to just go long and just get washed all the way down to 590. So that's what I have on watch there. Tesla, I think Fell already went over this. Super dead, filled that daily gap. I don't have anything on Tesla till this like 367. Right? That's crazy. I want to watch and see if maybe we come back up, retest this 390, 392, but that's what I have for Tesla. Nvidia under 185, dead. I do want to watch this 179. We had a couple of reactions here back in October. So the 179, see what we do there if we get a small pop, but I'll be watching that pop back into like 184 structure here. I just can't believe like all morning, all I've been looking for is just like areas to pop, areas to pop. AMD, same thing as Nvidia. I do want to watch this 234, no, 235. It's been, a respected structure point, but Nvidia, our main watch here was this 244. If we, depending on where we open, right? If we pop up, start to see weakness in this 244, I'll take that reject. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait see what happens with this 235. We flush 235. I don't have anything back until 230, 227. So that's what I want to watch on AMD. AMD's been an even better mover than Nvidia. We can catch that. Microsoft back at this 500, 499. Let's watch this 499. We had Monday and then Wednesday's lows here. We break this 499. There's nothing until that 492. Back in, let me not have to scroll all the way over. What is this? September. So yeah, main level here, 499. If we get a pop on Microsoft, I want to watch yesterday's low, so about 500, 501. But that's what I'm watching on Microsoft. Amazon, same thing. I think Paul mentioned this. He was watching that 239. But this whole earnings move here has almost officially been given back. So I think we just continue to fade pre-market lows. We can get this back to 228 and then 223. That's all that I have here on Amazon. Super weak. And then I think I was watching Google here when Paul was talking. I like that we broke this 275. Oh, okay. So it's 275, 275 hold. If we can come back up, retest it. It's also the 236 retracement on this move. So pop into 275 and fade. Below this 271 structure here, I don't have anything until 266.50. So a lot of room here on Google as well. There's opportunity across the board. There's literally any ticker that you pick. We can pull it up and just look for, like I said, look for that pop, or if we're entering or if we're opening into that demand, just wait for a reaction. But I mean, there's so much opportunity today I really don't feel like you can lose. Just be patient, see what kind of action we get off the open. I'm just saying you can't even read the levels. I'm not sure. What's the AMD level? Oh, AMD. I'm watching a pop into 244 here. Otherwise, this 235. I want to see if we, have any type of reaction. But that's it, honestly. If you guys want to go over a couple tickers, I know it's a little early, but I think Felony pretty much covered it, right? Like markets, what do you say? Markets cook. Like we're dead. We should have seen that yesterday. With just the aggressiveness and the sells, but it's also been kind of tricky swinging in this market. So, I mean, we had this major move up. Look what happens. Just last week, major move down if you would have swung, major move up if you would have swung, major move down. So really, you never really know overnight. But yeah, go ahead and throw some tickers in the chat and then we can go over some of those for you.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh yeah, AVGO. I know. I like. Oh yeah. I'm gonna clean this up. What we got here? I got this 327 AVGO. Remember we talked about last week? We lost this 337. So if we get a pop into this 335, 337 area, I'll watch that. But AVGO can move in like $10, in $10 intraday. So just be careful. Don't be too early on this. Um, for me, yeah, I'm gonna watch this 335, 337 on AVGO, and then obviously pre-market low here at 330. We break 330. I'm watching this. I don't even want to say 327 anymore, but we're in this gap from Friday, October 10th. So there's still a lot of room down to that 327. I'll put this on side watch. If I do enter something, I'll let you guys know. I'll signal that. Oh, PLTR. You guys love PLTR. All the setups in the world. All right, what do we got? This 164 is big. Break below 164, nothing to 156, and then honestly 148 on that. If you want to look for a pop. 170, 171. Try that. Pre-market high as well. Yeah, 170, 171 pop. Loss of 164 for PLTR. Oh, Docu. Bro, you want to go over Docu? I don't really trade that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we're actually holding this demand now on SPY and Qs. The big problem here is we're opening right into this demand. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big problem today. SPY has a higher low here. Qs made an equal low. I think today's going to be fairly tricky, to be honest with you. Docu, I mean, this is the level here, and we're breaking it, right? Below 67. I mean, this is scary for lower. You know, that's a big break there. Big break. Dollar General, we're cooking. One of the only names that's been strong throughout this whole sell-off. We entered down here. We're up 40% as of yesterday, so looks very good. Just keep holding. Coin, big trouble, right? We broke this macro structure. You know, coin below 300. This is a chart that is deadly. PLTR. All of these charts, right? You're noticing a theme here, right? Macro structure break, right? PLTR below 170. That's dangerous, right? That's the level that sends us lower, a lot lower. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We are in those major make or break areas today. We are. Got to be very careful today. Very careful. Give me 2 seconds here. Trying to get this fixed. All right, there we go. What? What am I missing? Oh, there it is. All right, what else we got? I'll do one more. Then I have to go get my breakfast. Target. I don't really see anything imminent here. Bull. Yeah, bull's getting cooked. Once this forms a base, I'll add more to our equity. But as of right now, it's just you got like when the market's like this, you just gotta let it settle. You know, I'll talk about Qs one more time, but yeah, this is a level today, guys. 598.50. SPY 661. It's gonna be a tricky open, but I do think there'll be value today due to the ATR. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a morning. Hannah, thank you for popping on this morning. I appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else does as well. We'll see pretty much everybody here shortly for live trading as always. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed this pre-market. Hopefully you guys have a great Friday, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, peace, everybody.